Bro finna say some serious ass shit right now, bro. So y'all just need to listen to what the fuck he finna say. What he finna talk about is the Lil Zay Osama situation, bro. Now, I know his ass ain't that serious, bro. His ass just always looks serious. I think that's just his normal face, bro. Like he a over serious looking motherfucker. I ain't gonna bap to you, bro. So let's see what the fuck he talk about with this Lil Zay situation.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode
What's
of
up, gang?
EOS.
What
It's
up?
1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all.
You GD, nigga? You GD? You GD?
Y'all rocking with
You
me.
stacking
This
shit?
video, y'all see the title. Let's get right into it.
We don't play with no regular nigga.
Oh, that brr. I remember when that shit went viral, bro. They ass was inside of outrage. Why the fuck a bunch of niggers walking around with a bunch of switches with a graduation cap? Well, excuse me, ma'am, but these little motherfuckers that be doing that gangbanging ass shit, they ass be want to get their education too. You gotta understand, bro. Just because you in the streets don't mean you don't give a fuck about your life. You feel me? And some motherfuckers just get that graduation shit just because they know, like, man, I want to at least make my mama and them, be proud of something before I be out here in these streets doing these devilish activities and shit.
On folks great and we'll guess like that. That switchy.
That brr.
No talk.
Damn, all they ass got them bitches.
3 switches.
I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. In Chicago, bro, it's so easy to get a switch, bro. Like, that's why everybody got a switch, bro. When I tell y'all that shit is so easy, gang, like literally, if you go buy you a pipe, gang, a nigga damn near throw a switch on that bitch, bro. Just like it get to the point, bro, when you be trying to get you a pipe out here, gang, and you trying to get some shit without a switch, a nigga just be like, fuck it, just take the switch and just take that bitch off when you get to the crib. They just be giving them bitches out. Like, nigga, it's so easy to get a butter. Like, that shit's the easiest thing to do, bro. Like, if you want to get a switch in Chicago, bro, that shit is easy, bro. Like, I feel like it's damn near harder to get you a gun without a switch than a gun with a switch. Nah, I'm lying. I'm lying like a motherfucker. But, that the point is, it's easy to get a switch.
Right here. And I put the bitch. That's just enough right there. That's enough. 1, 2, 3, that's enough.
The Glock switch has become a staple in hip-hop, turning handguns into fully automatic hole punches. But a lot of misconceptions surround the switch, and in this video we'll be fully breaking it down. On November 7th, Chicago rapper Lil Zay Osama stood in front of a federal judge in Brooklyn, New York. It was sentencing day.
How long do you
Zay pled guilty.
How long do you get when you caught with a switch? Now, it really depends. I'm pretty sure he finna talk about it, but lots of motherfuckers think you just gonna get hella time for a switch and your life is over with. But I'm telling you this from what I've seen. I know so many niggas that got locked up with a switch, and they literally, I'm able to go call these niggas and smoke a blunt with them right now. Literally. And they was caught with a switch. So it's like, I ain't gonna cap to you. The main reason why lots of niggas do be sitting when they get caught with a switch out here is because they got previous criminal history, you feel me? Or they was on probation and shit. But I know motherfuckers, like lots of times when motherfuckers get locked up, all the motherfuckers that was sitting for a switch, it's because they ass was on probation. And they ass end up getting caught with a switch while on probation. So now they got to do their time that, they were supposed to originally do, but, they on probation for the shit. But then they end up serving that shit and they end up getting on probation for the switch. You feel me? Like, that's how the shit really go. Like, I used to be like, oh yeah, nigga, you cooked 30 years, this, that. I don't know where the internet got that shit from because that shit be bad. Niggas will damn near get caught with a switch and be out 3-4 days later. I swear to God, gang.
Back in May to 1 count of possession of a machine gun. On September 29th, 2022, an Uber driver picked up Zay and several associates from a hotel in Manhattan. The driver would notice Zay was holding a firearm during the ride. Dropping them off at a recording studio in Queens.
Nigga, are you dumb, stupid, or retarded, bro? I think this nigga is all the above, bro. Why are you in New York with a fucking switch and then you got that bitch out so the Uber nigga could see? Like, your ass can't go to jail for like, New York is not Chicago, bro. Like, Chicago, bro, niggas in Chicago think shit's sweet because in Chicago, you get caught with a pipe, you gonna get out most likely. New York, bro, they is putting BTA, belt to ass, bro. Like, how he even got out of this situation, The world would never know, you feel me? But also at the same time, too, it was found in the Uber, you feel me? It wasn't found up on them type shit. And that play a big part right there.
The driver saw they left the gun in the vehicle, so the driver called the police. NYPD would locate the 40 caliber Glock 22 with a switch, loaded with 1 round in the chamber and 9 more in the mag.
Hey, that Uber driver a bitch, gang. He real life a bitch, bro. A bitch ass, hoe ass nigga. Because what I would have did, I would have, hey, text him like, hey, nigga, you left some shit in your car? You left some shit in my car. He gon', damn, my pipe. I'm like, hey, gang. Now listen, bro, it could go one or two ways, bro. 12 lock your ass up for this shit. Or you give me that money, nigga. That money, nigga. He's a rapper, bro. He's gonna give the money on. I ain't gonna me. I wouldn't snitch on the nigga regardless. I just got a switchy. I just got a switchy. I'm gonna sell that bitch and get money off that bitch regardless. Your goof ass just motherfucking gave the switch to 12, and now your ass not getting no money or nothing, bro. I would have instantly tried to motherfucking what's that shit called? When you motherfucking try to basically blackmail someone. Y'all gonna blackmail folks' ass, bro. For shit show, gang. I'm gonna instantly sauce that bitch up, tell his ass like, yeah, gang, your ass most definitely going to jail. This New York, bro. You going to jail for a very, very long time. But all that shit could change, bro. If your ass just give me like a little small little, you feel me? I ain't gonna even wax him. I'd be like, bro, give me 5 bands, bro. So I don't gotta do Uber for the month, bro. And you straight, gang. I ain't gonna cap to you, gang. I ain't gonna keep that bitch, bro, because I don't know what the fuck folks ass got going. I'm gonna sell that bitch like a motherfucker, bro. I don't like. I feel like with pipes, bro, you want to make sure, you feel me, don't nobody did no wild shit with that bitch. That be my main worry. Like, I hope nobody did no wild shit with this bitch.
When asked, the driver would identify Lil Zay Osama as the one who possessed it. This statement alone was enough to build a Fed case.
What's happening?
Just put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. What happened? We're gonna sort it all out. We're gonna sort it all out. What is going on? We're gonna sort it all out. I'm the manager. He's being detained right now. So back up. I'm just.
You get my phone though?
Yeah, you got anything on you?
I'm on live, sir.
U.S. attorneys would submit a letter requesting to keep Zay in federal custody, labeling him a danger to society, and even quoting some of his lyrics, one of which stated, "Just got a brand new Glock with the 50 and a switch." The then
Ain't go cap to you. It is like, nigga, they can't really use the lyrics against you like that. Well, they not supposed to, but at the same time too, it's like, nigga, that shit not gonna look good on your case regardless. Like, them niggas gonna be like, oh yeah, your ass motherfucking just said all this shit in the song, and we just caught you with some shit that you be talking about in the song. So we just gonna assume that your lyrics is real, bro, because you got caught with the shit that you said you riding with.
25-year-old had already been convicted of criminal trespassing, reckless conduct, 3 counts of robbery, aggravated battery, and aggravated discharge of a firearm. Zay would be held in custody and only released after paying a $350,000 bond. In January of 2024, he'd officially be indicted on 1 count.
Yeah, I ain't gonna cap to you. Lots of the times, bro, when niggas do be sitting for switches, if a nigga is sitting for a switch gang, it's because they gave his ass a high ass bond. Or some niggas get a no bond, but a lot of times niggas get a high ass bond. That's how they get a nigga. Now they said something about they don't do bonds in Chicago and shit no more. I haven't got locked up in like I got locked up only one time, and that shit was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You feel me? And that was before they changed the laws and shit. You was able to bond out and shit. I don't know what the fuck going on now. Yo, what's the word with it?
Count of possession of a machine gun and 1 count of possession of an unregistered firearm. Everyone expected this to be the rapper's demise. Fast forward to November 7th, Zay, having pled guilty to the machine gun and getting the second charge dropped, was only sentenced to 14 months in federal prison, followed by 1 year of supervised release. Only having to serve 85% of his sentence, Zay will be home in less than a year. Immediately, he'd be accused online of snitching, solely because of the fact that he didn't get a decade or more in prison. So how did he get such a sweet deal? First off, 90% of people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. A switch without a gun is still considered a machine gun. A switch and a gun is clearly a machine gun, and a machine gun under federal law is punishable by up to 10 years in federal prison, meaning you can get anywhere from supervised release, aka probation, to the max 10 years, depending on a few different factors. But as soon as the internet hears 10, they assume you'll just get 10 years for a switch. During Zay's plea deal, the courts calculated his offense level as 15 and criminal history as 2. The guideline range for this level scored out to 21 to 27 months in prison, or just over 2 years. Zay's lawyer would counter with a 7-month prison sentence, highlighting how Zay's felony convictions came from when he was a juvenile at just 15 and 16 years old.
On game, eat them up, shorty. Eat them up on game. That's why I like to see a woman going crazy in the courtroom for a black man. You feel me? But no, I ain't gonna cap to you, man. They can't use that juvenile shit against a nigga, bro. Like he was a kid, bro. But it's like the nigga still doing the same dumbass shit now too. So it's like, nigga, you doing the same shit now, nigga. Obviously you ain't learned your fucking lesson. But at the same time, bro, you can't be using that shit against him, bro. You can't be doing that shit.
As an adult, he'd only been convicted of 2 misdemeanors. His lawyer would speak on his Chicago upbringing and how at only 14, Zay was shot in the chest. His lawyer would also cite multiple cases in which defendants were sentenced to less than the guidelines. Taking it a step further, his lawyer would point out the unlivable conditions Zay had to endure while inside of MDC Brooklyn as rats and roaches flooded the facility. Inmates would suffer indefinite lockdowns, imposing solitary confinement-like conditions, furthering mental health issues, and leading to multiple inmates being killed. Zay's lawyer, Don Florio,
that's how it be. They don't care about your ass up in that bitch, bro. They don't care about nobody up in that bitch at all, gang. Like, literally, bro. I literally seen an old nigga, bro. We was going through processing and shit. And we was going through the change and shit, so we was going into our little doc uniforms and shit. And folks said, so basically, before motherfucking we even went to the motherfucking changing area, we was in the bullpen for the motherfucking bond court and shit. And a nigga ended up choking out the CO with a shoestring. We're gonna do a story time on that bitch for another day though. So basically that shit ended up happening. They ended up pepper spraying everywhere and shit, and they ended up locking motherfuckers at the bullpen where I spraying the pepper spray and shit. So now, you know, niggas can't breathe and shit. And the old nigga, he talking about, woo, I got problems, this, that, I can't breathe. They didn't let him out the bullpen. They made his ass sit up in that bitch. So now, folks says he's sitting up in that bitch, he cooling and whatever, right? We get through the bullpen or whatever, get the bond court, everybody know what they finna do. So we end up everybody who get I bond, they end up leaving, you feel me? And then the niggas who didn't get the I bond, they got D bonds, whatever the fuck, they go through the little trading area. His ass only had like a $500 bond or some shit. That shit fucked up. He going through that fucked up shit for only $500 bond and he could be out. But he ended up dropping and having a seizure right in the middle of changing and shit. Folks, butt ass naked gang. He having a seizure. His ass finna, everything concrete. So folks ass finna hit his head on the motherfucking shit. The COs and shit just looking like, look at that guy. So motherfuckers, hey boy, what the fuck is y'all problem, gang? Y'all just gonna let him just have a seizure right here? So motherfuckers get to trying to make sure he don't hit his head in the shit. And then that's when they finally come through, and then they call for the medics and shit, woo, this, that. And then that's when they take his ass out. But basically, the point is, if we didn't stand up for folks and tell their ass to help him out, they probably just would have let his ass just be right there. Probably would have let him just keep on hitting his head on shit. They don't give a fuck about you in that bitch at all.
Was lawyering her ass off. Zay was in New York to perform at Rolling Loud. He was on his way to an interview when a firearm was left behind, and that firearm wasn't linked to any previous crimes. Zay's lawyer would again take it a step even further, pointing out rappers are often targeted for their wealth, and just 17 days before Zay was arrested, rapper P&B Rock was shot and killed during a robbery for his jewelry. The lawyer would top it all off with the statistical fact that according to the Sentencing Commission, between 2015 and 2023, there were 49 individuals in the Eastern District of New York sentenced for firearm-related offenses, with the median sentence being only 19 months. Zay had already served 8 months total fighting this case, and another 4 months from a state case, meaning he's already been incarcerated for 12 months. Now, the U.S. attorney would argue back, highlighting Zay's DNA was found on the weapon, and request he be sentenced to 27 months in federal prison. They'd also try to assassinate his character, speaking on Zay's 2023 arrest following a high-speed chase in Illinois, where police found a Glock 29 with a laser extended magazine and a switch, and a Glock 19 with a 50-round drum and deface serial number. At the time...
Oh yeah, that deface, if y'all ain't know, a deface is another felony charge right there. Well, it boosts your charge up, bro. So basically, like when we all got locked up, me and my homies and shit, we all had our pipes and shit. But one of my homies had a little scratch off, basically a deface. So we all got charged with class 4 felonies, and he got charged with a class 3 felony, all because the serial number was scratched off. That shit be crazy as hell. Deface is extra time, and then up your felony.
Zay was wearing a $90,000 necklace that was allegedly, according to the U.S. attorney, stolen during an armed robbery in New York. At no time was cooperation ever brought up in this case. At no time did Zay ever point the finger arguing the weapon belonged to anyone else, and at no time did his lawyer or the U.S. attorney highlight a 5K1 or any other factors that would have reduced his sentencing by cooperating. In the end, Zay would receive 14 months in prison, 1 year of supervised release, and a recommendation that he be housed in FCI Thompson, closer to his family in Chicago. With the internet claiming Zay must have ratted, he'd take to his Instagram story addressing the rumors saying, "Stop believing everything you hear or see on the internet. You really think you can get 30 years for a switch? Hell no. I don't care what state you in. Facts. But switches is dangerous and carry 3 or 4 years, maybe less, depending on your background. But they becoming a problem in a lot of cities, so it might be worse for you. Different strokes for different folks. I caught a blessing. Don't look at my situation and think you need to becoming a problem in a lot of cities, so it might be worse for you."
He most definitely did catch a blessing in this shit, because it's like at the end of the day, bro, with all the prior offense he had, that's the main thing. Like, I am a little bit surprised that New York let him slide with the switch, you feel me? But I know personally Chicago, you getting out on the switch. But all his priors and being in New York, I thought they was gonna put BTA for sure. But him doing that shit and him getting like 14 months, I didn't just, oh, he snitched, because I know niggas get out of jail for switches and shit. Niggas just assume like, oh yeah, that shit overly bad and niggas finna go to jail and all that shit, bro. It's not. Niggas gonna go to jail for sure. But being up in that bitch for, like he said, 30 years, I never met a nigga that got sentenced to 30 years in prison for a switch.
Different strokes for different folks. I caught a blessing. Don't look at my situation and think you need a switch, cause it can end bad for you. Stop playing with snitching for real. Have 1090 Jake look up my switch case. Now, not only did Zay get a sweet deal, but he's also signed to Warner Records, could afford a $350,000 bond, and a New York top lawyer. So to sum it all up, if you ain't rich, don't toe the switch. Nah, I'm just playing.
No, he don't say that, gang. Tell them the truth. If you don't got no money, don't play with no motherfucking switch. I ain't gonna cap to you. You do not need to be playing with no motherfucking switch, because it's like, gang, they still will get on your ass. Yo, what's the word, gang? I see the chat, bro. What's the word with it? Motherfucker, they gonna get on your ass for sure. And money is really what saved him. Money is most definitely what saved him for sure.
Sum it all up. Because of his weak criminal history, right? Because they're not using anything that he hasn't been convicted for. He might have open cases, cool, but whatever. Adult convictions, misdemeanors. Juvenile shit, felonies, but it's been a long time and they're trying to portray it that he's changed his life and become an artist and got a record deal and he's obviously worth a lot of fucking money. And then the guideline range that the lawyer was able to highlight to the judge shows, look, 49 people got off at around 19 months. What can we do for my client? This is clearly a case of money talks, bullshit walks. If you walk into a courtroom, federal estate with
On gang, literally, like money, you made a COVID. You made prime time. You was in prime time. Yeah, COVID was busting, man. COVID was busting and shit, man. But I was gonna say, a lawyer really do play a big part, man, because it's like certain situations, like even if you get like a little mal situation, bro, it could be like a slap on the wrist, or a male situation could be a lot more worse than what other motherfuckers got if you don't pay that money on for a lawyer. I ain't gonna cap to you.
without a fucking lawyer, you're fucked. If you walk in there with a top lawyer, a celebrity lawyer, a highly six-figure paid lawyer, you're gonna get an entirely different type of fucking deal.
And you gotta remember too, and y'all really gotta remember too, that when shit happen, hey, for you used to use them. Hey, I'm gonna tell you after this shit. So basically, I forgot what the fuck I was finna say, man. Oh yeah, when you inside the public eye and shit, and motherfucker like the whole world watching your case, they treat you differently. The reason why they be treating motherfuckers like that is because no one don't know what the fuck going on. And if no one don't know what's going on, they could do whatever they want to them. I ain't gonna capture you. Now they treat celebrities and shit different just because the whole world watching their case and this, that, and the third. And honestly, the Wayne W. Melly shit is an example of how they still don't somewhat give a fuck. But Wayne W. Melly case, he would have been cooked if folks would have been a regular nigga. What's saving him is everybody watching the case and shit. So now they can't really do no bullshit without no proof. You feel me? Like lots of motherfuckers there just do some shit. They don't got no real evidence. This shit, when you dealing with celebrities, you gotta have real proof because it's too many motherfuckers watching. And then the backlash that the court system gonna get, oh yeah, they don't want to deal with that. But a random nigga that no one don't know about, oh yeah, they gonna do you dirty for sure. So you better have that money on. And money on sometimes they still gonna try to do you dirty just because niggas don't know who you is. But money gonna help you out a lot.
A lot of y'all are forgetting machine guns and silencers are classed in the same way, right? Pretty sure it's the same punishment for a silencer as it is for a machine gun. Y'all remember T.I. got caught with all that crazy shit and he didn't get a whole lot of time. Everyone assumed he snitched and the commercial on TV about tips didn't help. Okay. But in reality, nobody ever got paperwork that showed he snitched. And there's nothing saying Zay snitched aside from the fucking people on the internet. And it's like I personally told him, you can't beat the internet. But stay away from switches and guns that ain't yours. Hire security. PNB Rock, rest in peace.
On gang, he just ended up on saying that shit. But basically, he telling y'all the truth, bro. Like, first of all, I don't understand why rappers don't have security in certain states. Like, I understand inside your hometown and shit, bro. You know, you rhyme with your shit. You know how to move out there. But in other states, especially like New York and shit, where they got these strict ass gun laws and shit, gang, your ass about dumb as hell if your ass ain't riding with security. Because it's like, you inside a lose-lose situation. You use that bitch in New York, your ass is cooked. You see what happened to K Flock, you feel me? You get caught with that bitch in New York, your ass is cooked, you feel me? Oh yeah, I ain't done with the video, home. But if you watch this video all the way through, I know your ass fucking with another motherfucking video. So don't forget to watch another motherfucking video. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on any content like this.